Hi and welcome. This video is going to be another video about subnetting. I made quite a few videos on these because it's really something that I'm interested in, that I wanted to get more familiar with. And this is another method that I researched on. It is quite a bit faster than the previous one. So I'll go ahead and get started on that. And it's quite a bit different than this method I used. If I had an IP address of 192.168 .1.0/24, for instance, and I wanted, let's say I wanted 5 hosts. We can start out by making our table, which is getting to be really familiar for me. 1, 2, 4. 4 to the second power is, let's see, 16, or wait, 1, 2, 2 to the second power is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, sorry, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 64, and then 128, and we can use the, 128. Let's make this 6 just for fun. So this is our table, and remember, subnetting is when we borrow bits from the subnet mask to create more networks. So what we can do here is use the formula 2 to the n power minus 2, and then what we can do, and we always read from left to right. In the English language and math, everything is done from left to right. So what we can do here is we can start by going 2 to the 1 power minus 2. This would be 0. Well, okay, well that doesn't work because that's enough. We need 6 hosts. The second one would be 2 to the second power minus 2 would be, let's see, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2 is 2. That doesn't work. And then this third one would be 2 to the third power minus 2, which would give us 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 2 is 6, and this one works. So we stopped at 32. So what we're doing is we're borrowing 3 bits because we started here, here, and here, and we didn't use any of those, so we can split this up. So 32 would be our counting number on our host. So this would be subnet 1 would be, 32. The second one would be 32, and 32 is, where's my calculator at here? I'm horrible with numbers. 32 plus 32 would be 64. And again, this video is not as in-depth as my last one, so it's a bit easier. 64 plus 32 equals 96. 96 and 32 is 128. So this would be subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3, 4, and then 5 would be 128 plus 32 would be 160, and then 160 plus 32 is 192. And this would be our range here. And in the last video I talked about what the IP range would be, and the broadcast ID, BC ID, and then if you remember right, whatever the previous number is to this, like the 192 would be 191 would be the broadcast ID. So our range for the subnet or the subnet 5 would be 161 to, and then the number before the broadcast ID, which would be 190. And you can do this for all these. And then again, to find the subnet mask for our new, well, the new IP address, we borrowed 3 bits. So it would be this number right here, 192.168.1.0/24, plus the 3 bits that we borrowed. And the 24 becomes a 27. So it would become 192.168.1.0/27. And then we can subnet mask if you really want, and all you do is just add up these three numbers, which would be 128, 64, and 32, which comes out to be, let's see, 2, 3, 14, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which comes out to be 224. So our new subnet mask would look something, hopefully, like 255 dot, whoops, 255 dot 255 dot 224. Again, this is a really hazy subject matter for me. I've been practicing and researching this. You know, this is just to get a basic understanding and a basic idea of, you know, how to create subnet masks and hosts and stuff like that. So if I did something wrong, I apologize. I encourage you to look at other videos to do some research. And hopefully this was informative, and hopefully I did this okay. Thanks for watching.